Welcome to Phillies Fan Central, where passion meets the diamond and every fan's voice counts.
Before we dive into this absolute bombshell of a rumor that could reshape our infield for the 2025 season, I need you to do me a massive favor. If you love the Fight in Phils as much as I do, make sure you smash that subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. We are building the most passionate community of Philadelphia baseball fans right here, and I want to hear your voice. So head down to the comments section right now and let me know, are you ready for a major shakeup? Let's get to work. We know Dave Dombrowski is never one to sit idle when the window to win a World Series is wide open, and the latest reports coming out of the winter meeting suggest he is looking at a massive splash. According to MLB Network insider John Morosi, the Philadelphia Phillies are showing legitimate, serious interest in acquiring Arizona Diamondbacks superstar second baseman Ketel Marte. Now, I want you to pause and really think about the magnitude of this potential move. We are talking about the same Ketel Marte who was a thorn in our side during the 2023 National League Championship Series, a player who brings an elite pedigree that few in the game can match. This is not just kicking the tires on a role player. This is an inquiry into one of the premier switch hitters in the entire sport. Morosi reported specifically that a trade involving Marte is certainly possible, and crucially, the Diamondbacks have not ruled out moving him. Here is the detail that should have every Phillies fan sitting on the edge of their seat. The Philadelphia Phillies are not on Ketel Marte's no-trade list. That means if Arizona and Philadelphia can agree on a package, Marte does not need to give his permission to come to Citizens Bank Park. That is a massive leverage point for the front office. When you look at the numbers, you understand why Dombrowski is circling. Marte is coming off a season where he posted an OPS of .893. He is arguably the best offensive second baseman in baseball right now. He provides power from both sides of the plate, elite contact skills, and a glove that rates above average. We have to look at this through the lens of a win-now mandate. The Phillies' offense, while potent, went cold at the worst possible times last October. Adding a bat like Marte's, someone who hit 36 home runs last season, immediately transforms the lineup dynamics. It gives manager Rob Thompson a legitimate middle-of-the-order threat who protects Bryce Harper and Trey Turner in a way we haven't seen in years. This isn't just about adding a name, it is about adding consistent, high-slugging production at a premium defensive position. The report from Matt Sullivan highlights that while we don't know exactly how close the deal is, the mere fact that the Phillies are the team checking in most aggressively signals that the front office is not satisfied with running it back with the exact same crew. They see an opportunity to exploit a potential retooling phase in Arizona, and they are looking to capitalize. However, we have to be realistic about the logistics here. Acquiring a player of Marte's caliber is complicated. He is under contract. He is a fan favorite in Arizona, and he is coming off a peak performance year. But this is exactly the type of aggressive maneuvering that defines the Dombrowski era in Philadelphia. He looks for stars, and he finds ways to get them into red pinstripes. The connection here is undeniable, and the fit, strictly from a baseball perspective, is almost perfect. We are talking about inserting an MVP-caliber bat directly into the heart of the order. But, as with every major blockbuster trade, there is a cost. And this cost is one that might tug at the heartstrings of the Phillies faithful more than any move we have seen in a long time. This brings us to the most difficult part of this conversation, and frankly, the part that has me torn as a fan. If Ketel Marte is coming to Philadelphia to play second base, that means Bryson Stott is the odd man out. The report makes it very clear Marte represents a significant upgrade over Stott. And if this trade happens, Stott does not have a guaranteed spot on this roster. We all love Bryson Stott. We love the A-OK walk-up song, the grand slams against the Marlins, and the energy he brings to the daycare. He is a homegrown talent who embodies the grit of this city, but in the cold, hard calculus of championship baseball, the front office is looking at the numbers. Stott had a regression offensively in 2024 compared to his breakout 2023 campaign. While he is an elite defender, his OPS and power numbers simply do not compare to what Ketel Marte produces. The reality we have to face is that Stott is likely the centerpiece of any trade package going back to Arizona, or he would be flipped to a third team to recoup pitching assets. Stott has 2 years of arbitration control remaining, making him an incredibly valuable asset on the trade market. He is affordable, young, and talented. Exactly the kind of player a team like the Diamondbacks would want if they are parting with an expensive veteran like Marte. This creates a fascinating, albeit painful, strategic decision. Do you sacrifice a beloved younger, homegrown player for a proven superstar who is in his prime right now? This move would signal that the Phillies are pushing all their chips into the center of the table for 2025. It also raises questions about the rest of the infield. Could Stott move? Not likely, with Trea Turner locked at shortstop and Alec Boehm, despite his own rumors. At third base, the designated hitter spot is occupied by Kyle Schwarber. There is nowhere else for Stott to play if Marte takes second base. This is a classic business of baseball moment. It reminds us that loyalty often takes a backseat to the pursuit of a World Series ring. Dave Dombrowski has never been afraid to trade prospects or young fan favorites if it means getting the established star who puts the team over the top. We saw it when he traded for Chris Sale in Boston. We saw the aggressive pursuit of Trea Turner here. Trading Stott for Marte falls directly into that philosophy. It is a move that says, we are tired of getting close. We want to dominate. Furthermore, Stott's value might never be higher than it is right now as a trade chip. If the organization believes his offensive ceiling is lower than what they need from that position, moving him now maximizes the return. Ultimately, this rumor forces us to ask what we value more: the chemistry and emotional connection of the current daycare core, or the ruthless statistical upgrade that Ketel Marte provides. It is the difference between being a very good team that fans love and a super team built to destroy opponents in October. If this trade goes through, the lineup becomes an absolute gauntlet for opposing pitchers. You would have Schwarber, Turner, Harper, and Marte in the top 4. That is terrifying for the rest of the National League East, but the cost is the departure of a player who felt like he was going to be a Philly for life. So here is the bottom line on this situation. The Philadelphia Phillies are swinging for the fences. The interest in Ketel Marte is real, it is strategic, and it is a clear message that the front office believes an upgrade at second base is necessary to lift the World Series trophy. We are looking at a scenario where Bryson Stott, despite all the love we have for him, becomes the casualty of ambition. It is a ruthless business, but getting a switch-hitting superstar who crushes left-handed pitching and plays elite defense is the kind of move that wins championships. Now, I need to hear from you. This is the big question of the day. Would you trade Bryson Stott to get Ketel Marte? Is the offensive upgrade worth losing a homegrown fan favorite? Or is this messing too much with the team's chemistry I want to see your arguments in the comments below. Let's get a real debate going. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to stay ahead of every rumor, trade, and signing this offseason, make sure you subscribe to Phillies Fan Central. Smash that like button to help the channel grow and hit the notification bell so you are the first to know when the next domino falls. This is your team. This is your channel. Go Phils, ring the bell, and keep that red October energy alive. I'll see you next time.